Welcome to the Beacon by Soul 33, teachings for your past, present and future. Good morning, everyone. It is the 20th of May, 2024. It is a new week and unbelievably, we are getting to the end of the month again. But if you're listening to this on YouTube, on Spotify, on the Beacon app, please don't forget to like, tag, subscribe, share, let people know that this app exists. It's how it enables me to add more resources for you and to grow it, because I am pretty much a one-man band when it comes to the app. I do not have any financial backers. Your subscriptions are going towards creating this amazing app for you. And the ones that have been here from the start, it's gone from strength to strength and it will keep doing that. How have you all been? How has your last week been? I've had a number of epiphanies. I have had a number of mini awakenings, actually. I'm excited to talk to you about this week's Monday Mantra, but as you know, those of you who are listening, I do a recap of the week before, because for me, we look backwards to be able to move forwards, not to dwell in the past, but to be able to move forwards. We've got to deal with all our healing triggers, because if we don't, they keep coming up and they keep coming up and they're passed on to the next generation as well. So we have a real responsibility to heal ourselves and for the people around us. Okay, last week's Monday Mantra: I do not deprive myself or others in order to accumulate. I do not deprive myself or others in order to accumulate. I had to remind myself of this all week, because remember, you're on my journey when I'm talking to you on the Monday Mantras, because this is my journey too. I'm just here to share what I learned through spirit and through my clients and my own wisdom from being a full-time medium and healer, is that we can't save everything for later. I came across an Instagram video, and nothing that ever comes in our path is random. And it was a 101-year-old man being interviewed, and he got very emotional when the interviewer said, "What's your wisdom for everybody?" And he said, "It's something I read years and years ago." He said, "Yesterday was history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. The present is a gift, and we have to do what we need to do now and what we want to do." And that didn't just come into my path for no reason. It was a reminder for all of us that we don't need to deprive ourselves because we're saving something for later. We're always waiting for the right time. We maybe have deprivation or victim energy from our childhoods or the cultures we come from, not having enough and saving for later. Maybe you have used deprivation as a tool to punish yourself or others. Now, I saw how I was doing this to myself. So I have had a bit of a issue for about a month, and I've been working on it. And then I got to this point where it's like, I need a little bit of help to get through this last part. But I was resisting that help because a part of me was going, maybe I can do this myself. Maybe I should deprive myself of making this easier for me by getting this help. And it was through a couple of friends who said to me, just do what you need to do and just get the help, get the support that you need. And I got it, and it was like almost instant gratification, instant, like, oh, I've done all the hard work and now this last bit was the bit that I needed. And I realized it was because I was depriving myself, feeling that I still had to keep punishing myself or working harder or trying to do it myself. So how did you notice where you tend to deprive yourself or deprive others? Spirit clearly had said to me not to withdraw loving intentions or gestures to deprive others or ourselves of love. I saw this with my family. So my personality is, which I kind of like about me, to be honest, I don't tell my mum and dad everything going on because they'll worry, as good parents do. And I let something slide, and then message after message from both parents going, are you okay? Have you dealt with it yet? all of that sort of stuff. And I was thinking, and I didn't communicate for a day or two because I was like, oh my goodness, I just can't deal with this. Why did I say anything? And I realized why I said it is because it was a lesson for me, is that I was depriving my own parents who are loving me and worrying about me and caring for me by withdrawing information because I just couldn't be bothered dealing with it and having someone keep asking me. But then I realized it's coming from a place of love, so I'm not going to deprive them anymore. You may find that deprivation comes in hoarding or having extras of things or feeling like you're not having enough. Now, during the week, I think it was around Thursday last week, I had to disconnect from the collective of the fear of money. And I know it's not me because remember, and I want you to repeat this after me, whether you fundamentally believe it or not, you listening to this, live in excess and in abundance. And it is okay to have that energy, to live in excess and abundance, not holding on for everything and accumulating because you're so scared you're not going to get another meal or you're not going to get another paycheck. We must trust. And I remind myself of this also, that you will always be provided for, you will always be supported, and we need to grab that hand when it's given to us to take that last bit of support. You may find that deprivation, and I saw this as well, depriving ourselves of joy even during times of difficulty and challenge. One of my friends I've known since I was five, is a early childhood teacher. And I remember years ago she said to me, I often tell the children that no matter what's going on at home, you can still have fun. You can still play, you can still be happy. And I realized that sometimes we do deprive ourselves of being happy, of feeling joyful, because we're accumulating protection, we're accumulating survival mode, we're accumulating, I told you so, that's not going to work out, or this is going to happen. We cannot live like that anymore. I saw, in terms of gestures given to me last week, I was very supported when I decided to have clarity, and I was a bit confused about what to do with certain things in my life, and this is where the couple of people were like, just take the assistant and speed that bit up. And I realized they were just loving gestures, people reaching out when I needed them. And I knew that what we are getting, what the help that we are getting and the signs we are getting, is because of the karma that we've accumulated from this lifetime and lifetimes before. And those of you who are following pop culture, with certain musicians being called out with video footage now of assault and abuse, this is when you deprive the truth to accumulate your ego. Oh, here we go. This is coming. We must tell the truth, as hard as that is. And I remember when I can't remember who I was talking to last week, a client of mine, and I said to them, you must be able to handle the truth, because otherwise you're going to be fueling your ego with lies, accumulating that, which then translates into the type of karma that you are going to have presented in your life. Someone else getting what you want is not going to take away from you getting what you want. There is enough for everyone. This is the fear of the collective fear of money, of people having relationships that you want, of people having certain experiences that you want. Jealousy and envy are very common human feelings, but they are very low vibrational and they're not going to give you what you want. So therefore, bring the focus back to you. Don't deprive yourself of the joy that you can feel for other people and in yourself, because that is not going to accumulate anything but poor experiences in life that are going to be giving you more fuel to make you feel like you're not getting what you want, if you know what I mean. Lovingly repay debts. Now, I've said here, this wasn't about financial debts necessarily. It could have been also, but it's also that feeling hard done by, or you've had so many blessings in your life and you want to give back or pay it forward. Remember, my lessons are for you to reflect about how you can apply this in your life, or how things have translated in your life from what we are being guided for our soul progression. So I knew with me that there were certain delays last week, and that was making me look at what blessings I did have so that I could pay myself back and also pay it forward to the people that I did do things for where I could. This month has been, if we look so far, about projects and collaboration. So this may mean collaborating with your family, collaborating with your friends, collaborating with work colleagues, because it's on the tail end of the previous month, which is about loyalty, where we were seeing the true colors of people, and now it's like, actually, you're out of the way. I'm left now with working on something and with someone that could benefit from this growth. We're both going to grow together, and we're being asked to invite these people in, or this person in, to collaborate with them. And this is where we can use our ego, is to serve for the better. It has been a powerful week. I honestly, in the last month, feel like I'm a completely new person in so many ways. I feel like on a cellular and DNA level, things have changed. On a mental, emotional level, things have changed. And on a spiritual level, things have changed. And if you have been disappointed or underestimated, even hurt, you can still show others what love really is. You can show yourself what love really is. And you might find yourself having been able to restore that faith in humanity, or restore that faith within your relationships, because what you give, you end up getting back in the world anyway. Past pain comes up, and this is why I said to you in the beginning about you need to deal with it when things come up. This is what people like me are there for, going in and clearing the past in order for us to be able to serve with love for our present power, to serve with love for our future desire, to serve with love in the now. And if you're feeling like you're emotionally extending yourself, love yourself, don't deprive. And this is not about buying everything you want. It's like being here in the now. Remember that what I said, the gift is today, the joy is today. Give yourself the way that you want to receive from another. So giving yourself whatever that means, whether it's rest, whether it's whatever it is, doing that now. And I've said there, allow some time to rest, connect with animal spirits or pets, to let them transform your life. You have the power to change your life and others around you, and you're being asked to turn the light on in life so that we can find and show others out of the darkness. It was funny, we went to a cafe, and it was a cafe in the city, and out of nowhere, this praying mantis started crawling on us. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. It just came from nowhere. There was no bush or anything. And that was that connection of these animal spirits are coming in to communicate. What are they saying? As we move through the week, I talked a little bit more about, if you are who you say you are, you need to be connected and rooted to yourself before you can, go out and get people's validation of you. Because if we don't accept ourselves, we will constantly need to be fueled by other people's validation. We are all enough. We are all enough to receive what we want to receive. And, the third eye tarot, remember when I talk about this, I don't know why they're doing this. They're just showing me tarot cards, and I'm not a tarot reader, but that sun reverse, lovingly repaying debts, came in, not feeling disappointed, healing that inner child in us where we may have felt deprived of love or deprived of whatever it was. It was coming in to be able to restore our faith in ourselves, restore faith in other people. And then we were talking about everything is a chapter in life, and some chapters need to be reread and some chapters need to be closed forever. So which is it for you? Because we are talking in these Monday mantras like chapters of a book. And you'll notice sometimes the Monday mantras are very practical and sometimes they're very spiritual, because that's what we need to focus on. There's different levels of us that we all need to focus on in a week, and that's where I come in to share. Further information about the tarot cards that I saw, the child that was withheld of love or deprived is trying to gain trust again. And if we've been let down in life, it triggers that inner child of, oh my goodness, I need to be in fight mode or survival mode. And these solar flares that have been occurring, I'm much more clearer in the mind towards the end of last week and the beginning of this week. But that first few days, confusion, not sure what direction to take, not sure what decision to make. And it was like this pull towards thinking towards darker and heavier energies rather than what the sun upright means, the sun tarot upright, which represents, optimism and feeling great. But that's coming in now at the moment. So what disappointments came up for you last week? What was triggered in you with your inner child? And then that rest was required. I did spend a lot of time resting. I did spend a lot of time with my feet up, and it was needed because I was exhausted from working and also just making decisions in my own life. We all need to be recharged, including you listening to this. So don't forget that it's okay to detach from everything, including your emotions. We want to process them, but sometimes we want to do that and then take a break from doing that. We don't need to be, and I'm guilty of this, trying to heal everything quickly because it's not meant to. The chapters come up when they need to. You get information when it's the right time to receive information. This is why it's soul progression, and not why I always tell you it's not soul all at once, because none of us are meant to know everything all at once. We get the information we need when it's meant to happen in that divine timing. Then I pulled the card for the Soul Progression digital card, which was the retreat card. Pull away, detach, observe, and be in your heart. We all have been doing so much, working towards something and accumulating money, time, accumulating sick days, annual leave, accumulating more things. It's time to pull back, pull up into the universe, pull away, and use what we have now. So the retreat card came up to remind us that to retreat, it doesn't mean to stop everything. It means to take a moment to use what is your right, which is whatever it is that you want to use at that time. You didn't have to earn being here. You didn't have to earn your birthright of having all your needs met. It was all an exchange you deserve, because everything is an exchange, a push and pull, a polarity, a partnership, whatever. We can't have the light without the dark. Otherwise, we can't see the light when the light comes in. And you are worthy. You are worthy to have what you want. You are worthy not to be deprived. You are worthy to have your needs met. Staying in deprivation is fear. It is fear that you're not going to be able to thrive beyond survival, and staying in deprivation is a false accumulation of protection and being hurt. I'm going to read that again. Listen very carefully. Staying in deprivation is fear. It is fear that you are not going to be able to thrive beyond survival, and staying in deprivation is a false accumulation of protection from being hurt. So we think we're accumulating strength and resilience. We think we are, protecting ourselves and being strong, when actually we need to just allow these outdated survival strategies to fall away, because, like I mentioned before, we think accumulating strength and power is going to help us thrive here on earth, but we need to co-create with the polarity to be able to integrate. Lots to unpack there and look back at your week. And sometimes it's hard to go, okay, what actually happened? But I remember the first part of the week going, oh, here I am depriving myself, and now I'm coming right. Remember, I'm always here for you, but I am one person. So if you're wanting a session, just go on the wait list. I'm doing my best to see as many people as I can. The way I work is that I see a few people and then I tune in to see whether I'm feeling like myself again, and then Kieran schedules more in. It is always the right time when you see me, and it's probably not going to be about what you think it's going to be, because my job is soul progression. It's not to, tell you what color car you're going to buy, or it's to pinpoint certain things that you need to know in order for you to live out your life the way that you need to be, to fulfill your purpose, to understand why things are the way that they are. If you're needing me sooner, there are mini readings for app members where you can ask 3 questions, brief questions about things that you need to know. I don't go into past lives or talk to souls when I do that. It's just if you're needing an extra, a set of eyes to look at something in my intuition, and also personalized meditations, which you are amazing at getting and investing in, because I create them infusing your own frequency into each track. So it's like having a healing. You will have shifts. It's like the frequency channel, but specifically for you. If you need any help with that, Kieran's the person to email at soul33@gmail.com. And remember, this app, it costs me literally thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'm not making money from this app yet. So your subscriptions, you telling people, you subscribing, liking, doing all the things really helps me to keep investing in this. We keep the link off the app stores, because otherwise I would have to triple the charge of this app, like every other meditation app, which my app is nothing like them, because it's about what I am teaching you directly. And if you're needing that link, or if you're needing to renew or become a member, it's only $60 a year, which is only a few dollars a month. And Kieran, again, is the person to email about that, soul33@gmail.com. Okay, let's get into this week. When I was tuning into this week, I was thinking there's a real change in the wind, in the air. And so your Monday mantra is, I give a new breath of life into all areas of my human experience. I give a new breath of life into all areas of my human experience. There was a few kind of weird delays last week, but there's fast-paced movement this week. And messages in the air or in the wind that is going to bring out your curiosity and excitement. It's like that information that comes at the right time. You're going to be getting more information next week, and going through this week, and also going into next week, because it's the end of May. There are some new beginnings, and love is in the air also. So those astrologers who are listening or reading this Monday mantra, you probably will know astrologically what's going on. I don't. It's my intuitive guidance that's coming in. But it's about working towards your passions, but also being passionate about life, being passionate about your partner, being passionate about whatever it is that you want to be doing. And passion comes in all forms. And so not many people know how to answer. If I asked you, what is your passion? Can you answer that right now, wherever you're listening to this? Because that's where this air and wind, listen to the wind. So wherever you are in the world listening to this, what's the air and wind like? Is it clear today? Is it humid? Is it very windy? Is it still? What is the air and wind telling you as to how and what sort of new breath of life you are giving into your human experiences? It's like when I was, writing this first, because I always write them first before I speak them. It's like all the cobwebs are being cleared away, and my throat's going all strange here at the moment. It's like the cobwebs of you not being able to speak your truth. And remember, I am a frequency itself, so you're going to be healing while listening to this. And those cobwebs of what you've been afraid to say, what you've been afraid to do, are all being wiped away, because this is going to help you see what is there and where you need to breathe this new life into this area. It's going to help you feel positive this week, this energy, and it's going to help you build on your self-belief. I mean, we love movement, don't we? Because when we see movement, we can see the progress. And what I loved about the card that they showed me before coming in to record this, it was the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is really about the struggles that you've been having are starting to clear. You're getting fast-paced movement. It's like you're seeing positive changes. There's, again, that suit of air of, something is going to fuel you. And when we look back, this month has been about backing yourself, adapting, starting projects. It's about talking and speaking out your truths. This is going to be even more so for you to start seeing results in your life. So you need to think about where you've been distracted. You need to think about where you're going to breathe new life. This might be even as simple as moving things around your home to be able to see things in a new light. But it's asking you to be really focused on what you want and to be productive as possible. Like, I've got a very, very busy week this week, and it's about being productive because I've had a couple of weeks of needing to be slow and delayed and restful. The other card that they showed me that came up after they showed me the Eight of Wands was the Three of Cups, celebration, collaborating. It's about your ability to lift one another up. And I love this because I'm beginning the week with my best friend's birthday. And it's like this celebration, this goodness and life coming in that's going to help us get everything that we want a lot quicker, because that's going to help build our self-belief. Like, oh my God, what I'm doing is actually working out for me. Breathing life into all areas of my human experience. So you think when a baby comes out into the world, they're waiting for it to gasp, take its breath. So take a deep breath with me now. And now it's funny, I'm really out of breath today talking to you about this because it's like the wind of change coming in. It's like you might find yourself being winded in this during this week. It's like my breath's being taken away. So some of you might be like swept off your feet in some way. We love movement, and we're being asked to open our heart to taking the trust and faith we're going to be shown, and wealth too. We live in excess and in abundance. Remember, the excess and abundance is the vibration that we want to bring in. We do have a full moon midweek, and it's time to release whatever is making you feel insecure to come back to that place of regaining faith and feeling supported and better things coming in for us. It doesn't have to be the way that it has been. You don't have to be deprived anymore. You can back yourself. You can adapt. You can say what you need and allow this clearing to focus on the long game. Even though there's going to be some quick information and quick results this week, it is for the long game also, in terms of not long game of just this life. Because remember, those of you who work with me know I'm talking about everything before and beyond in different timelines. The long game is like, what is your soul here for? This full moon, I feel, is very nourishing. This is why I've given you the Annapurna moon nourishment as your meditation for the moon phase this week. But nourish your passions and prepare for that quick delivery. With the full moon, sometimes, remember, everyone's going to respond to these Monday mantras differently. Those of you who are meditating a lot, who are following me a lot, who are really on the path, will see it very plain as day, just how I do going through the week, and I catch myself going, oh yeah, here we go. This is why Spirit is giving us this lesson so that I learn too. With the full moon, you may be feeling like there are thoughts and feelings that are limiting beliefs, but you're being asked to believe in yourself, take the leap. Remember, we've got to do things now to be able to see the results. Spend some time in nature, feel the wind. Go for a beach walk or a forest walk or wherever you can manage to get out in nature. Close your eyes, feel the breeze, connect with friends, focus on your own breath. Taking in deep breath and out, and what you're breathing into your body. Your quality of air is going to be really important this week because we are going to be making sacred connections. And, once these sacred connections are made, you're going to see how they're going to serve you and feeling secure. And every interaction you have, view it as a sacred gift this week. View it as a sacred gift of moving you forward and showing you that you're being watched over by your angels, whoever they are. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes now. And I want you to see that there's all these cobwebs around you, cobwebs blocking certain things. And just, you can, as we know, we can see through cobwebs, right? But they can sometimes get in the way. And so there's a gust of wind now, and it blows the cobwebs away, leaving you with clarity to be able to see. And as you breathe in the breath of life into your lungs, like it's the first breath you're ever taking, you're going to take this energy into the week. Your Monday mantra for this week is, I give a new breath of life into all areas of my human experience. I give a new breath of life into all areas of my human experience. Kieran is the person to email, soul33@gmail.com. Go on a wait list, order a meditation, get a mini reading. I'm also doing soul magics again as well. I can only do a limited amount of those, so first in, first served. Have a great week and stop to breathe, stop to listen to the wind and see what it's telling you.